Good evening, everyone, and welcome to When Worlds Collide. Right, then we are opening up tonight's show with a Hardcore Championship. This has been a tournament that's been ongoing for the last couple of weeks, and we have a fatal four-way elimination match here to crown that tournament off. So we started off with 8 first-round matches. We have Mick Foley, Raven, and Tommy Dream. We have the Tanza, Cueto, Abyss, and Kane. We have Pagano, Psycho Clown, and Vampiro. There was Bam Bam Bigelow, Abdullah the Butcher, and Bruiser Brody. Then the next day we had Penta versus Chessman versus Huertas. We had Rhino versus Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. We had Sandman versus Cybernetico versus New Jack. And Lopaka versus Sabu versus Jeff Hardy. The winners of those 8 matches went on to some semi-finals yesterday, which was Raven versus Abyss versus Pagano versus Bruiser Brody. And we had Penta versus Masato Tanaka versus Sandman versus Sabu. In those matches, we had both Pagano and Masato Tanaka win. However, the 2 runners-up, which were Raven and the Sandman, went on into a sort of last-chance deathmatch playoff, and the winner of that, Sandman, made his way here as well. And of course, Terry Funk is our current champion. Terry Funk then, in our ranking system, currently sits on +5 after 23 matches. Pagano sits on +6 after 6 matches. He's done very, very well so far. Masato Tanaka also done very well. He's on +9 after 8 matches. And the Sandman, the lowest rated in this match, on 0 after 11. But of course, big chances here today. The winner of this match will obviously walk out as a hardcore champion. There's also a lot of ranking points along the way to grab, 4 in total. 1 for each of the 3 eliminations, and then a bonus point for the winner as well. So big opportunities here. No disqualifications, no countouts, pinfalls and submissions can happen anywhere. Weapons are not only allowed, but they're encouraged. And of course, it's going to be interesting here because Terry Funk, of course, is the champion. But the other 3 guys have made up a lot of momentum this week with some big victories against some very big hardcore names in history. Terry Funk, of course, won the championship not too long ago. And this is actually his very first defense. He won the belt back at SummerSlam against Lance Archer. And this is his first championship defense. It's not going to be an easy one at all in a fatal 4-way. But yeah, this should be interesting. This is the first of 6 championship matches in this pay-per-view. We've got the Hardys versus Futureshock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly for the tag team championships. We've got Io Sky versus Asuka for the women's championship. We have got Sheamus in a 6-man elimination match because the polls ended up as a draw. So Sheamus defends against AJ Francis, Joe Hendry, Trick Williams, Ethan Page, and El Grande Americano. We've got the British Bulldog defending the European Championship against Gunther. And Will Ospreay defends his Intercontinental Championship in the main event against Jeff Cobb. And squeezed in the middle of all that, we do have one non-title match, and that is the Cruiserweight Showcase. Rey Mysterio, Low-Key, Fenix, and Dominik Mysterio. Right then, neckbreaker there by Terry Funk on the outside, going in for the pin on Masato Tanaka. Not even a 1 count. And there is the barbed wire baseball bat and right across the gut of Pagano. Sandman now coming up from behind Pagano, going to just rain down with those stiff strikes and hitting Terry Funk with the baseball bat as well. I mean, apart from Pagano, this is a very ECW match, which is pretty cool. And I would like to do some sort of, ECW style events in the future. I sort of mentioned potentially November to Remember. Pagano now with the kicks into the leg of the Sandman. Now around the back, was going to take him down, but Masato Tanaka just rocked him with the barbed wire baseball bat across their head. Tanaka now brings Pagano back up to a standing base. Pagano with a jawbreaker. Look at that, Masato Tanaka crashing Sandman into the barricade. Terry Funk drops into the pin. Oh, wow, okay, that was quick. Terry Funk has just eliminated Pagano from this match. And there you go, it's all ECW now then. Terry Funk then, with that elimination, moves up to a +6 after 23. Pagano is eliminated, moves back down to a +5 after 7. And then there were 3 then. So, interestingly enough, Sandman and Terry Funk are in the same match as each other next week. It looks like based on the votes, and I'm pretty sure it is going to be sticking like this now anyway. We put out a poll for what you guys want to see next week, and it was Invasion that won. So that is WWF versus WCW versus ECW in a series of 2 weeks worth of triple threat matches. And just for fun, we'll keep track of the points as we go along. We'll see which company won the most matches and which one lost the most matches and so forth. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. And in that lineup, we do have the Sandman versus Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack as a triple threat. And I'm thinking if either Sandman or Terry Funk win this match, I think that's an easy one to be down as the Hardcore Championship, in my opinion. Nice Death Valley driver there by Masato Tanaka. Sandman just flips him off as you do. Masato Tanaka now with the strike in the face of Sandman. Had him in a full Nelson, but Sandman able to break free. Terry Funk now with the strike into the back and gets sent straight into the ring steps. And look at Sandman now stamping on the arm. Masato Tanaka now with a steel chair right across the face of the Sandman. Wow. There's the pin now for the 1. No, only a 1 count. And Sandman grabs a hold of Tanaka, takes him up. We've seen this before. There's the pile driver on the outside. That could be the end of Masato Tanaka in this one. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. No, only a 2 count. Okay. Sandman now sending Terry Funk crashing into the barricade. Sandman now with the elbow in the face. Terry Funk now, there's the boot in the gut, spinning Sandman round into the neckbreaker. And now into the pin. Oh, Masato Tanaka just threw a kendo stick at him. Tanaka now rolling Terry Funk through. And Tanaka went for that discus forearm, but Terry Funk moved that out of the way, and now the spinning toe holds. Classic Terry Funk on Masato Tanaka. The pain in Tanaka's face, you can see. He does fight free with the strikes in the face. And Tanaka now rolling up Terry Funk. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. No, not even a 2 count. Terry Funk flops him back through. And Sandman now raining down with that barbed wire baseball bat right into the spine. Sandman now willing Funk back up to his feet, going to send him across, crashing to the ground. Really painful maneuver, that one as well. And a lovely running spear there by Sandman. This one, I mean, we see this a few times, these sort of matches. Pagano got eliminated very early compared to the rest, because this match has gone on for quite some time now. Sandman now rolling through the Hurricanrana. And now Janice is in play. Oh, Masato Tanaka's gone. The Sandman eliminates Masato Tanaka. Okay, well, that makes my life easier for next week, doesn't it? Tanaka, Masato Tanaka with that loss, his first loss of the year, moves down to a +8 after 9 matches. And the Sandman, who's having a great year now, he needed a lot of this, didn't he? Gets himself a bonus point, moves up to a +1 after 11, and then there were 2. Then there were 2 in this one. Sandman now with a boot into the back. Terry Funk able to just spin him round, dropping him face first into the mat. Big double axe handle into the spine. And now Terry Funk dropping the leg drop onto the arm. So damage is being done here. A lot of damage is being done. But will it be enough to finish him off is the big question. Sandman now with the spear, taking him down, raining down with the strikes into the face as well. Sandman now stalking Terry Funk. Oh, Funk able to reverse it. And a big Bulldog there. Sandman now brings Funk back up to a standing base. I don't think Sandman's ever actually held gold in a Universe mode before. Obviously, the Hardcore Championship is something that he should be dominating. It's something that he is very much designed for. But no, we've seen New Jack as champion. Sabu's been champion along a couple of and Raven as well. Just a few, and obviously Terry Funk as well. Just a few of the legends of ECW. Sandman hasn't quite got his name on the list yet, but today could be the day. It's only a 1 count. Wow. But this could be enough. Up he goes into the spinning. Letting everyone see for the hard cam. Dropped him with a pile driver. Do we have a brand new SWE Hardcore Champion in the shape of the Sandman? We do. The Sandman. Did he get all 3 eliminations as well? I got a feeling he did, you know. Wow, Sandman. Maybe the points for that are massive. No, I don't think he did. He got 2 of the eliminations and the overall win. He moves up to a +3 after 12 matches, which is great for him. And Terry Funk, who had been doing pretty well, he was up to a +6, but that loss puts him back down to a +5. And in fairness to Terry Funk, he's Hardcore Champion, yes, but it was a short run, yes. But I mean, at the same time, it's difficult because there's a lot of people in this match. Obviously, like I said, some momentum had been built up across the rest of the week. So, yeah, for Sandman, it's a fantastic victory. Terry Funk, like I said, though, I mean, in fairness, I think Terry Funk will get an opportunity next week with Terry Funk being part of that match with the Sandman alongside Cactus Jack. I think it only makes sense for that match to be the Hardcore Championship match. So, it works out pretty well for us. Terry Funk can have himself a... he can get an opportunity. And there was the pin after the rotating pile driver. And there we go. Sandman is victorious. And walks away with the SWE Hardcore Championship. Won the belt at when Worlds Collide in a 4-way versus Funk, Pagano, and who else? Who else was in that match? Tanaka. Okay. There we go. Ranking system is updated, and we move on. And here we go then, fatal 4-way elimination action once again. It's getting pretty common, these, aren't they, at the moment? Right then, we are underway. We're not underway yet, we'll be in a second. Rey Mysterio first then. He is on -4 after 41 matches. Pretty damn poor, if you ask me. Then we've got Loki, who's on 0 after 7 matches. We have got Rey Fenix, who is on +5 after 41 matches. And we have Dominik Mysterio, who is on -3 after 11 matches. So I mean, no one in this match is really excelling massively. I mean, obviously, Rey Fenix on +6 is pretty good, and he will be in and around the question for potential Cruiserweight Championship matches in the future. But, I mean, I'm surprised massively about Rey. I'm surprised massively about how low Dominik is as well. But they're people that are going to get continuous opportunities. I mean, Rey will be involved in our next pay-per-view coming up as well. Which, of course, will be our Invasion. I think Rey is set up to be part of a triple threat match. Where is it? Is it this one here? No, that's not that one. Rey Mysterio there. Rey Mysterio versus Conan versus Super Crazy will be Rey's match. So he's got continuing opportunities to do what he can do. So Fatal 4-Way Elimination rules are underway, of course, so basically pinfalls and submissions count anywhere around the world, and off the world as well, if they can make it, I suppose. Weapons are not only allowed, but encouraged, and of course, when it comes to ranking points, there's 1 point for every elimination you cause, plus a bonus point for the winner. So big opportunities here today for someone to really elevate themselves. Like I say, even Rey Fenix, who's on +6, if he can get all 3 eliminations and the win, which we have seen in the past people do, it's easy for them to elevate themselves up there, I suppose. Rey Mysterio now heading up to the top and diving down, taking down Dirty Dom, which I've got a feeling Rey versus Dom is going to be the main event for the next AAA pay-per-view, isn't it? For the AAA Grand Mega Championship, whatever it's called. It just seems like the way they're going, because I think El Grande, Americano, and everyone else, and Vikingo and that are all in a separate match. So all the big names are already taken up, apart from obviously Dirty Dom who has the championship. So it just seems to me like that's the way it's going to end up. And of course, this is the only non-title match of the night. The rest are all pretty big. I mean, next after this, we'll have the Hardy Boys, a new version of the Hardy Boys we've got today as well, going up against the tag team who won the number one contendership tournament, Futureshock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Io Sky versus Asuka for the Women's Championship. Again, Sheamus defends his YouTube Championship in a 6-man elimination match. Joe Hendry, AJ Francis, Ethan Page, Trick Williams and El Grande Americano. We've got the British Bulldog up against Gunther for the European Championship, and then Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb for the Intercontinental belt. There's a strike right across the gut there by Rey with Janice. And Rey versus Fenix, interesting. I mean, they were doing Fenix and Andrade as a tag team, weren't they? So I wonder whether, now that Andrade's gone, maybe Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio would be good. But that then would mean that Fenix would do what every other Latin American star on the main roster has done and join either the LWO or Legado de Fantasma, whatever they're called. Which is just, it shows a little bit of lazy booking in my opinion. And I think that's the sort of issue you've got with the likes of Fenix. I mean, Penta doesn't do as bad. I think Penta has a lot of personality. Whereas Fenix is fantastic in the ring, but he's not as many personalities, maybe Penta, so he can sometimes get lost in the shuffle. In a company that doesn't revolve around good wrestling matches like AEW does, it's difficult to find where Fenix really sits. I mean, I would love to see Fenix be at the top of WWE and fight for championships and so forth, and I feel like he's blatantly good enough to do so. It's just whether the company themselves decide that it's worth doing. And there's the big frog splash there by Dominik Mysterio on low key. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. Only a 2 count. Fenix now with a brainbuster. Fenix slamming down on Dirty Dom once again. There's the pin. Only a 2 count. There's the super kick right into the face. Lovely springboard there by Rey Mysterio on Low Ki. Low Ki's taken a lot of damage so far. Could be the first one eliminated. He's a very strong name, is Low Ki. double foot stomp there by Ray. Bringing Low-Ki back up to a standing base. Low-Ki now rolling Ray through. There's the big double foot stomp. Low-Ki now with the strikes and then a spinning knee right into the face. And up and then down with a double foot stomp once again. Only a 2 count. Low-Ki now bringing Ray back up to a seated base and now up to standing as well. And then there's the knee strike right into the head of Rey Mysterio, almost like a running Shining Wizard. I say, Rey Fenix is the only one here that's not desperate for the points. I mean, he'll definitely want the points. But, I mean, the rest of these guys are all in a pretty poor position. I mean, Rey should be right towards the top of the ranking system, no questions asked. He is one of the best cruiserweights in history and also multiple-time world champion in different companies as well. Oh my god, Superman punch by Low-Ki. A move that I despise. But we get it anyway. There's the backdrop there by Ray. Low-Ki now taking Dom up. Dom slides at the back, chopped into the back of the knee. Both Ray and Dom going after each other. And look at that running Hurricanrana by Ray. Low-Ki follows him around as well, though. And now Low-Ki going to take Ray up in with the slam. Beautiful maneuver. And Rey Mysterio could be in trouble. There was a low blow there by Dom, but I don't think he really got all of it. It seems like he went up the side for some reason. Dom now with a pin on Rey Fenix after that low blow. He's got him. Dirty Dom. Going as his name states, getting the elimination based off of the low blow and moves up to a -2 after 11 matches. Well, yeah, after 11 matches. We're in the middle of his 12th match. That's a +1 for the year now, which means that Rey Fenix is eliminated, and that's going to be something we might have to build upon in the future. Dirty Dom's super kick into the face of Low-Ki. Ray now dragging Dominik Mysterio across. Dom fighting back with the elbows into the guts. And Dominik Mysterio taking up Ray. Oh, there we go. He's looking for the Three Amigos. Keeps the grip, rolls the hit once again. And there's the trifecta, the Three Amigos on Rey Mysterio by his son, Dominik. There's the kick in the leg by Dominik. And once again, the strike into the face. And again. And Dom is really in control. Spins around, taking down Ray. Fantastic. High-flying ability being shown. And look at Low-Ki. Just rolling through the gator rolls, making Ray forget where he is before now locking in. That reverse chin lock. Dirty Dom sending Low-Ki into the ring post. And then Dom spins around here with a Hurricanrana takedown, hooks the legs. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. No, only a 1 count. Ray and Dom sort of collided there. Ray now takes Dom. Him in a Mexican destroyer. Dominik Mysterio folded in half. Here's the pin for the 1, for the 2. No, only a 2 count. Ray fighting back. Oh, Low-Ki was swinging that trash can lid. Ray saw it coming, elbowed him in the face. And now Ray returning the favor with the head scissors takedown. There's the pin for the 2. Only a 2 still. Ray now sending. Oh, Low-Ki tripped over, flew over the steps. And now we have ring step problems. Yay! That's what we want to see. Dom there, trash can lid right in the face. And now Dom and Ray going at it once again on the other side. They seem to like to fight each other, then both run around the rings in the opposite direction and come back and hit each other again. But it's Dom taking Ray down still, only a 2 count. Low-key now taking Dom up on the shoulder. Dropping him face first across the apron. Ray now with a strike, and in with a DDT as well. Ray now taking Dom down once again. So I mean, moving on from this one, we're going to see a lot more easier going matches, I think, moving forward. And look at that, the spikes right into the spine several times. Dom now with a strike in the face. Spun round into the head to the takedown once again, but it's still not enough at this point, is it? Lovely, almost like a BME there. Low-key up on top once again. Look at the double foot stomp. Ray able to move out the way. Ray brings Low-key back up to his feet once again. Boot in the gut. Mexican destroyed by Ray, taken down Low-key. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. And no, still not a 3. Low-key just seems to survive constantly. Dom now with a boot in the gut of Ray. Takes him up, but Ray able to fold him through. Stacks him up. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. No, still not enough. Dom returns it though. Again, still not enough, and the pin is eventually broken up. There's the big Russian leg sweep. Dom now fighting Low-key. There's a nice drop kick into the back. Low-key was great. I mean, Low-key was a fantastic in-ring competitor. I just don't think that. I mean, mentally he was a bit of a nutter, wasn't he? If I read correctly, anyway. Look at Ray now swinging that steel chair over the top. He goes. He's going to will Low-key back up to his feet. Ray wants to get rid of Low-key so he can spend a bit of time one-on-one with his son. But Low-key reverses it into a powerbomb. Ray was going almost there for that West Coast pop. Only a 2 count. And then Dominik now just raining down at the grounded Rey Mysterio with a steel chair. Low-key taking him up. Oh, drops him headfirst onto that steel chair. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. And there's the 3. Dominik Mysterio is gone at the hands of Low-key. So Dom gained the point for the elimination earlier on, but he's now lost a point for being eliminated. So he still leaves this match as he came in. He gained a point and lost a point. It's not the end of the world, but of course he would have loved to have gained some more points. Low-key then with that elimination moves up to a +1. But remember, there's still one more elimination left in this match, and that is worth 2 points now. Of course, the next elimination gets the elimination and the point to the victory as well. Low-key. Oh, he missed the original knee strike in the face, but came back with the swinging kick right into the back of the head of Rey Mysterio, and Low-key has not quite got it yet. I was about to say he had it then, but not quite. Looking for the double foot stomp, Rey able to move out the way. And now there's the X Factor by Rey Mysterio on Low-key. There's the boots. And now all around the world he goes, taking Low-key down once again. Up goes Ray onto the top. Here with a frog splash. Summoning the spirit of his great friend Eddie Guerrero. There's the 1, there's the 2. And Ray has done it. Ray needed that massively, you know. So Low-key loses a point and gains a point. So he comes out on 0 after 8 matches at the end of this. Rey Mysterio, though, he gains the point and the victory. Which means he's +2 for the year now. But he's -2 overall. Which is still not great. But at least he's moving in the right direction. We've seen that a few times recently this year. We've seen some big names finally start to move their way up the ranking system. And that's what you need. And I always keep saying, you might be getting sick of it by now, I'm sure you are, but the cream will eventually rise to the top. You give them enough opportunities, the best people are going to win. That's how it works. The more chances you give, the more likely the big people are to win, the more likely they are to start to elevate themselves up the ranking system. And this is a big, I mean, this is an interesting one because only Rey Fenix has left this point on, left this match on a negative. Of course, Low-Key got an elimination, Dominik Mysterio got an elimination, and then Rey Mysterio got an elimination. So yeah, it's only really a couple of people who have, well, it's only really Rey that has suffered from this one. But there we go, victory for Rey Mysterio, able to survive the onslaught by Low-Key towards the end. But there was the frog splash that eventually was enough to pick up the victory. And there we go. Big win then for Rey. I mean, nothing up for grabs in this one apart from ranking points, but that's what he needed, especially going into another big triple threat next week against Conan and Super Crazy. If he can win that one as well, he's going to be up into the positives all of a sudden. What a turnaround that'd be. Here we go then, our second championship match of the evening, and it's the Tag Team Championships online this time round. The Hardy Boys defending against the winners of the ongoing #1 contendership tournament we have seen this week. It is Futureshock. So Futureshock defeated FTR in the first round. They then went on to defeat the team of Mystico and Dralistico, Alianza di Plata y Oro, in the semi-finals before then defeating America's Most Wanted, James Storm and Chris Harris in the finals yesterday to get this opportunity to face up against the Hardys. Now the Hardys are another one of the teams that will be involved in our upcoming pay-per-view. At the moment, the Hardys are scheduled to be in a triple threat, as all the matches are, against the Dudley Boys and the Outsiders. So my guess would be that if the Hardys retain the championship here, that match will be moved to the pay-per-view for the Tag Team Championship. So big opportunities. It's difficult because there's not that many people that we can utilise for the championship, so I'm just trying to get as many as we possibly can looking at our current list of champions. I mean, we've got the Hardy Boys. Apart from that, we've got Aja Kong as the women's hardcore champion. We've got, of course, the Sandman from earlier on as the hardcore champion. We have got the British Bulldog as the European champion. And apart from that, there's not really much else we can do. So I think we'll obviously do all the normal triple threats as we are. But then when it comes to the actual pay-per-views at the weekend, we'll try and be a bit more liberal and utilise some of the current champions. They might not meet the standard, but we can definitely still use them. And we'll just use the triple threat matches as ways to do more contenderships and so forth. That is my plan. I mean, look at, like, for example, the Bloodsport champion is John Moxley. But there's a couple of matches that I'm looking at on the Invasion pay-per-view that I think would be fantastic. No more contenderships for the Bloodsport. We've got the likes of Brock Lesnar versus Dr. Death, Steve Williams versus Taz. Or we've got Ken Shamrock versus Tank Abbott versus Masato Tanaka. I think either one of those two would be fantastic. So we'll work it out as we go along. As, of course, this is a no disqualification match because that's the way the game does it. Any tornado match ends up as no DQ. It's just the way it goes, isn't it, really? Kyle O'Reilly now rolling through Matt Hardy and comes across the big strike. We know, of course, that the team of Futureshock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, are going to be much better at striking and probably more technical as well. The Hardy Boys utilising just a load of momentum, high flight ability, and just that resilience. We've seen some amazing matches from them in the past. They've done some crazy shit. They've taken a lot of damage, and they've still always survived. Kyle O'Reilly and Jeff now sending the kendo sticks at each other. Jeff, of course, was also involved in the hardcore #1 contendership tournament over the last couple of weeks. He did not come out on top of that, though. He lost in the opening match, I believe. There was a triple threat between Lapaka, Sabu, and Jeff Hardy. Sabu won that one, which of course led to Sabu moving on to the semi-finals. So Jeff would have had the opportunity here tonight to wrestle twice and fight for 2 championships. Jeff now bringing Adam Cole back up to a standing basis. The chop in the chest, a couple of kicks, one across the chest, one in the head. And Jeff now taking up Adam Cole. Adam Cole fighting back though with his strikes into the face. There's the boot in the gut, and now Adam Cole going to take up Jeff and drops him brainbuster onto the knee as Matt Hardy almost won the match there for his team. It's broken up now though. Matt gets on the back of Adam Cole. Into the corner he goes, and now Matt going to take Adam Cole up to the top, but Kyle O'Reilly was there, letting them know with that strike in the back. And there's Twist of Fate by Matt Hardy on Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly is down. Jeff has control of Adam Cole. Oh, it's only a 2 count, but it was bloody close, wasn't it? And look at that big bicycle kick by Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy. You've got Matt Hardy now swinging that kendo stick around. She snapped the kendo stick across the body. Drops into the pin of Adam Cole. Not enough. Matt Hardy now bringing Kyle O'Reilly up. Kyle with a strike into the gut. And now Kyle descending Matt Hardy face first into the mat. O'Reilly now looking for that knee strike into the gut of Matt, who was able to avoid it. Kyle O'Reilly now, there's the boots and there's the chops, there's the strikes, the knees, a bit of everything. Taking down Matt Hardy. I mean, again, I try not to be influenced on this, but at the same time, I would like to see the Hardys win, solely because of I want it to be better for next week. I'm thinking of the future, not the current day. I mean, it is what it is. Whoever wins is whoever wins. And as I said, we can always have a #1 contendership match and then just have the Futureshock defend the belts at the pay-per-view. It's always absolutely possible with that. But for me, it would, if the Hardys were to win, it would make things a lot easier for me. And now Matt in with the neck breaker. And now Matt is stalking Kyle O'Reilly for the 2nd time in the match. There is the twist of fate. Jeff needs to control Adam Cole. Jeff goes in for the pin. Adam Cole with a running boom. Oh, God, Adam Cole. You cut that so freaking close, my man. Who's Kurt Angle? Not really matter, does it? I just realised if Kurt Angle hadn't lost his championship, he might have been able to be useful. What about Meiko Satomura? Have you wrestled in, like... She seems like someone who may have, like, been in WCW at some point. Yep, I knew it. I knew she would have done. Yeah, so Meiko Satomura actually wrestled in WCW. Back in 96 to 97. That's interesting. Look at that super kick right in the face there by Adam Cole, and all of a sudden Futureshock have a 2-on-1 advantage inside the ring. Adam Cole looking to line up the boom, but O'Reilly has him with a forearm into the face. There's the pin. Only a 2 count. I just had a feeling that she's the sort of person... WCW were great. I didn't realise until like recently we're doing these videos and that. The amount of like talent from around the world that WCW brought in to showcase was fantastic. But the problem is they were all like in the mid-90s. It seems like the later they went, they started to focus more on just old people from WWF rather than actually showcasing the best talent from around the world. And I think that's what probably killed them off, to be honest. When you've got people like Akira Hakotu, you've got people like Satomura, it's disappointing that they ended up the way they did. So, I mean, that's another potential match we could squeeze in. It just depends who would suit the Bloodsport Championship in the women's division. I don't think there's anyone, really, that's that well designed for it, in my opinion. There's the strikes. Kyle O'Reilly now with the elbow, and now Jeff Hardy with the Russian leg sweep. Jeff, lovely belly to base. It's been a pretty interesting match so far, this one. Strike in the face, and now Adam Cole on the back. Straight jacket, German bridges for the pin. There's the one. Ooh, not enough. Adam Cole, there's a super kick into the knee. And we're going to see it. Yes, the boom right to the back of the head on Jeff Hardy. But Matt is going to get there in time, I think, to break this one up and save his teammate. There's the elbows now by Adam Cole into the side of the head of Matt Hardy. Jeff comes running through with the clothesline. Matt now sending Kyle O'Reilly into the corner. Jeff has got it. Jeff has done it. Wow, it was a really hard-fought match, this one, I must admit. Really well hard-fought match, but it is the Hardy Boys who do retain against Futureshock. Defeated Futureshock. And Worlds Collide 25. There we go. So that is the first successful championship defense for the Hardy Boys. They won the belts back from the Lucha Brothers back at SummerSlam, and now this is their first successful championship defense here at When Worlds Collide. Right, let's update the rankings then. Tag team ranking-wise, the Hardy Boys never really did fantastically well, but this year they're really starting to come into their own. They now move up to a +5 after 12 matches. They started this year on -1, and now they're up onto +5, which is fantastic where they should be. And Futureshock, who's had such a fantastic run this year, getting through this entire tournament, do lose the match. They move down to a +6. Into the singles rankings then. Hardy-wise, we've got Matt Hardy with that victory, moves up to a +2 after 20. We've got Jeff Hardy after that victory, who moves up to a +1 after 23. We have got Adam Cole. After that loss, is going to move down to a -1 after 29 matches. And we have Kyle O'Reilly, who moves down to a +3 after 19 matches. Don't forget, by the way, I've mentioned it a while, but the ranking system is available underneath in the comment section down below should you want to check it out yourself. Just be careful if you're watching this in the past. There may be spoilers. But the actual ranking system itself, I mean, looking at it, it's been going since 2021. Chances are you're not going to realise if something else has changed on that. But if you go and start looking at the championship tabs and stuff like that, then you might get in some trouble. But there you go. Victory for the Hardy Boys, and that makes my life a lot easier moving into next week then. So we have the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys versus the Outsiders. That's going to be pretty damn cool. That's going to be a cracking. And here we go then, SWE Women's Championship match. We have got the champion, Io Sky. This might actually be her first defense, you know. It is, okay. So Io Sky won the belt only a couple of weeks back at Forbidden Door, defeating the champion at the time, Julia. This is her first championship defense. And you may have noticed she also had another championship. That is because she is also the women's tag team champion alongside Kairi Sane. Two-time tag team champions now they are. They lost the belts to the Bella Twins back at Evolution, but won them back at Forbidden Door last week. And now it's a big opportunity for Io Sky to prove herself. She's slowly been doing better this year. She wasn't great in the ranking system for quite some time, but she's starting to elevate herself up. She's +6 for the year now. I mean, over the past 2 years, she's +8, which is massive. She's +8 overall now, and she's up into 10th position. A win here would move her up into joint, is that 5th or 6th? Joint 5th position. So it's a big one for her. Asuka, though, currently top of the ranking system on +17. She's running away with it now. I mean, you've got Asuka on +17, you've got Becky Lynch on +15, and then you have to drop down 5 points to get to Thunder Rosa and Rhea Ripley, both on +10. And then on +9, you've got Mayu Iwatani, Beth Phoenix, Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax, Taya Valkyrie, and then you've got Io Sky, Charlotte, Ali, and Chyna all on +8. So the women's rankings are starting to take shape. And I mean, if the ranking system's anything to be listened to, then Asuka should be walking away here with a women's championship. But it's going to be very, very difficult to do because Io Sky is an absolute beast in this game. And Io Sky now willing Asuka back up to her feet. This is the third of 6 championship matches tonight. We have 3 more still to come after this one. We've got the YouTube Championship, Sheamus versus Joe Hendry versus AJ Francis versus Ethan Page versus Trick Williams versus El Grande Americano. We've got the British Bulldog going up against Gunther for the European Championship. And we've got Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb for the Intercontinental Championship. Some big matches lined up for you. Big stamp on the hand. Two ladies now locking up, collar and elbow. A strike there by Asuka, and now swinging round, sending Io Sky face first into the top turnbuckle pad, and once again Asuka now here, the neck breaker from the outside. Only a 1 count. Lovely German suplex there, snap German by Io Sky. Asuka now in control. Asuka now spinning, heel kick into the gut. While Io's down, runs in with that rear view, taking her out. Oh, look at that. Io Sky got the boot right into the face. Asuka fighting back with the elbow. And now spins around into the Asuka lock very early on in the match. This is the move that got her here, really. Of course, to get here, Asuka did have to win a fatal 4-way elimination match. Of course, that was back on... When was that? Was that Friday? No. Thursday. She defeated Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley. Those 4, of course, were all massively at the top of the ranking system. Asuka did incredibly well to get past those 3 ladies. I mean, that's the harder match, in fairness. I mean, nothing against Io Sky, but when you're facing 3 people that quality all at the same time, it's a very, very difficult match indeed. Both ladies back up to their feet now. Asuka up on the middle rope, in with a drop kick, taking down Io Sky. Asuka winning Io back up to her feet. Asuka now around the back, German suplex once again. They're both loving these snap Germans, aren't they? Asuka now in control. I mean, Asuka's looking great here. She's looking like the one who's in the most control. Up now on the middle rope once again. In with that drop kick, taking down Io Sky. I mean, Io Sky, like I said, this is her first championship defense. She won the belt back from Julia. Back from? No, she won the belt off of Julia. Back at Forbidden Door. I mean, the lineage for the women's championship has been pretty good so far. Only one person's ever held it twice, and that is Becky Lynch. Io Sky is currently the 15th ever SWE women's champion. Asuka's never held the belt, though, either. The lineage we've got is Kairi Sane, Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, Angelina Love, The Bunny, Thunder Rosa, Sasha Banks, Deonna Purrazzo, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Maki Ito, Becky Lynch for a second run, and then Julia and now Io Sky. I mean, the most anyone's ever held a championship, I believe, was... Yes, it was Bret Hart has held the SWE World Championship 3 times. Which, in fairness, he should do. He's a fantastic wrestler, isn't he? Io Sky now with a pin. Only a 2 count. Io Sky now brings Asuka back up. Look at that massive up palm strike. Io Sky now in with the moonsault. There we go. There's the 1. There's the 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Io Sky now up on the top. This is a big old distance to try and cover if she hits it. And she does. The big moonsault. Like 3 times across the 3/4 of the ring she just covered there. And it's nearly enough, but only a 3 count. Only a 3 count. Only a 2 count. What am I on about? My brain's not working. Look at the boot in the face now by Io Sky. And now Io going to spring over the top, in with a drop kick. Beautiful. Running in with the, it's supposed to be a running double axe handle. Didn't really work out too well, to be honest. But Asuka, who dominated the early parts of this match, is now really struggling. And boom, knee strike right into the face by Io Sky. This could be enough to retain the championship. No, still only a 2 count. And the interesting thing, remember this is technically worth 2 points, this, isn't it? To one of these two. I mean, technically. In the little battle between these two, it's a 2-point swing. You're going to gain a point, your opponent's going to lose one. So, although Io Sky is currently 8 points behind... She's even higher than that, isn't she? She's 9 points behind Asuka. If Io Sky wins this, that 9 becomes 7. Because obviously Io Sky gains a point and Asuka loses one. But then again, the other way around, if Asuka was to win this one against Io Sky and walk away with the championship, all of a sudden Io Sky is going to be 11 points behind. Takedown there by Io Sky. We're seeing quite a few of the women have massive increasements this year. Io Sky is one of them. We've got Rhea Ripley as well. Stephanie McCour's done very well. Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. We've seen Azumi's done really well. Megan Bain. Bianca Belair's done well as well. So we've seen quite a lot of the women start to find their position in the ranking system, which is good. That's what we need to happen. And they're going to get some more opportunities, like I said, in the next couple of weeks as part of our When Worlds Collide pay-per-view. No, we're doing When Worlds Collide now. Our Invasion pay-per-view, which will be fun as well because we've got all of the new DLC in there. As there it is, Io Sky does retain, which means Asuka moves down to a +16. And Io, with that victory, is going to move up to a +9. Which, yeah, that does bring Asuka a bit closer, but Asuka's still 6 points clear of 3rd place. And Thunder Rosa's in 3rd place. Well, nothing against Thunder Rosa, she's a great wrestler, but, I mean, 3rd place in the women's rankings of all time ever is probably a little bit higher than I expected it to be honest. So that is the first successful championship defense for Io Sky. And defended versus Asuka at When Worlds Collide 25. There we go. Right then, ranking system is updated. That is, it's not looking good, is it, for the new champion? I mean, we've had one new champion tonight. We've had 2 successful championship defenses. Of course, the Sandman, obviously your new hardcore champion. Both the Hardy Boys and Io Sky successfully retain their championships. Interesting to see then, we've still got 3 more championship matches coming up for you. We've got the YouTube Championship next. That's going to be very, very hard to defend when you're defending it in a 6-man elimination match. The British Bulldog versus Gunther. Again, very hard defense because Gunther is just so amazing. And then Will Ospreay. He has to defend the Intercontinental Championship against literal God in the shape of Jeff Cobb. So great victory then for Io Sky. She really reinforced herself. Like I said, she's had a fantastic year so far. Has been moving up the rankings quite consistently and then obviously holding 2 championships at once. It's a fantastic year to be Io Sky. She's got +7 for this year now, which I think is the highest increase alongside both Aja Kong and Rhea Ripley. It's been a great year. Right then, here we go. SWE YouTube Championship is on the line. I gave you guys one job to vote, and somehow we ended up with a three-way tie. So here we are. Six-man elimination. We have got Sheamus defending his belt against El Grande Americano, Joe Hendry, AJ Francis, Ethan Page, and Trick Williams. Let's check the old rankedy-doodas. So Sheamus is currently on +4 after 15 matches. All those +4 have actually come from this year. El Grande Americano -1 after 3 matches. Joe Hendry +3 after 8 matches. Ethan Page -2 after 7 matches. Trick Williams is on +5 after 4 matches. That's pretty impressive. Is that everybody? Oh, AJ Francis. This is AJ Francis' debut. I've never booked him, but I must admit, I am not a fan of AJ Francis. I do believe he is possibly one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen in my entire life, but he's here. He got voted in. I'm not sure how much he got voted in and how much the fact he was just with Joe Hendry he got voted in, to be honest with you, but he's here nonetheless. And he gets the opportunity. Imagine if AJ Francis walked over the YouTube Championship, my word. My freaking word. But it is what it is, I suppose. Everyone gets the same fair opportunities. So 6-way elimination match. No disqualifications, no countouts. I believe I've got pinfalls and submissions anywhere. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to find out together. Weapons are allowed and also encouraged. And of course, as always, there's one ranking point available for every elimination you cause and a bonus point for the winner as well. So a real big opportunity here for someone to walk away with an absolute butt-ton of points. A real big chance for a big butt-ton of points. And we also have a big opportunity here today for more champions. I mean, we've only had one championship change hands so far in the first 3 title matches. We've got 2 more title matches left after this one. Both of those, there were singles matches, which makes things a bit more easier for the champion. But when you've got big 6-man matches like this, at least it's not first pinfall or submission. At least Sheamus knows he has to be pinned or submitted to lose this. Sheamus now around the back of AJ Francis. And Trick Williams going to take up Joe Hendry. Slams him down, brainbuster style. Sheamus with a knee in the gut and a big double axe handle across the back of Trick Williams. El Grande Americano with a Hurricanrana taking down Ethan Page. There goes AJ Francis clattering to the outside. Sheamus going after Trick, but Trick was able to duck and get around the back. It's been quite a long pay-per-view. I thought it was going to be a quicker pay-per-view, this one, because obviously we've had not as many massive matches, but then again, I suppose we have. We've had 2 fatal 4-way eliminations, a tag team and a women's singles match. We've now got a 6-way before 2 more singles matches. I mean, when we have war games, stuff like that, it feels like the matches go a lot longer, but this one does seem like it's going to be a longer one. There's the air raid slam, the white noise by Sheamus. Referee very, very slow to get into position as always. There's Ethan Page on the outside looking for the Ethan's edge on El Grande Americano. Sheamus pins AJ Francis. Still only a 2 count. Sheamus now still working over AJ Francis. There is the uppercut as well. AJ Francis now brings Sheamus back up to a standing base. If AJ Francis eliminates the champion, this is going to be insane. What story this will be. There's the choke slam. There's the pin. There's the you can't see. God knows what happened there. Referee was well in the way. Trick now with a kendo stick right across the face of Sheamus. Ethan Page fighting with Joe Hendry on the outside. Here's a pin on El Grande Americano by Ethan Page. Only a 2 count. Joe Hendry though with a big choke slam on Trick Williams. Only a 2 count. There's the running shoulder block by Trick Williams. Trick back, now working over the leg of Ethan Page. No eliminations as of yet. But I mean, we've seen some high-impact maneuvers already. I think it is pretty likely we're going to see an elimination or two pretty soon. See Sheamus now rolling AJ Francis over once again, going for the pin. Only a 2 count. Sheamus in firm control. He has been for a while now. He's been firm control of AJ Francis. Sheamus now stalking AJ Francis. Could be enough to finish him off. He's going to go for the Celtic Cross. No, he's going to go for the... what's the power... It is Celtic Cross, isn't it? Yeah, the Celtic Cross Powerbomb. I'm sure it is. There it is for the 1, the 2. No! How has AJ Francis not gone in this one? Ethan Page, lovely, that spinning slam, almost like a rock bottom. Sheamus looking to take AJ Francis up again. AJ Francis able to just throw Sheamus over the back. AJ Francis now taking up Sheamus in with a choke slam. Still in the 2 count. If AJ Francis eliminates the champion, that's going to be mad. Yeah, what's Sheamus up to these days? Anyone know? I don't feel like I've heard of him for a while. Ethan Page now slamming down the trash can lid right into the face. Ethan Page off, brings Sheamus up. Lovely, popped him up into the power slam. And there's the first elimination. Trick Williams is gone by the hands of El Grande Americano, believe it or not. So Trick Williams then is going to move down to a +4 after 5 matches. El Grande Americano with that elimination gets himself a point, moves up to 0. And then there were 5 in this match. It's odd, 'cause I thought Trick Williams might have a chance here, you know. I really did thought Trick might have an outside chance. Ethan Page gets dropped to the backdrop by Sheamus. You see Joe Hendry stalking. AJ Francis throttles in. The 2 TNA guys going at each other. There's the choke slam by Joe Hendry on AJ Francis. There's the pin. Referee's very, very slow as always. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. AJ Francis is gone at the hands of Joe Hendry. AJ Francis drops down to -1 after 1. Joe Hendry now, with that elimination, moves up to a +4 after 8 matches. And then there were 4. El Grande Americano, Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, and Sheamus. Of course, Sheamus became the YouTube champ, so we put him involved anyway, because he does have a YouTube channel himself. I believe it's like on the WWE Network, though, isn't it, the YouTube channel? They advertise it anyway, it's his own workout channel. Lovely fall-away slam there by Joe Hendry into the pin. Referee again, very, very slow to get into position. It's only a 1 count. Ethan Page now slamming down with that 2x4 full of nails right into the gut of Sheamus. Sheamus able to get back up to his feet now around the back of Ethan Page. Up on the shoulder. In with a power slam. El Grande Americano just raining down the strikes with a chair onto the back of Joe Hendry. 1 for Sheamus as well. And now looking to finish off on, yep, taken down. Wow, taken down Ethan Page. There's the pin. El Grande Americano, big chance here. Only a 2 count. Joe Hendry sending Sheamus into the post. A bit of Scotland versus Ireland there for you. Scotland versus Ireland. Joe Hendry now spins Ethan Page round up into the fall-away slam position, into the corner, thrown across the ring. And now here's the pin. Ethan Page been busted open pretty heavily in this one, but still only for a 2 count. And look at Joe Hendry swinging the chair, taking down El Grande. And El Grande springboards off the ropes in with a moonsault to the standing Joe Hendry. Lovely T-bone suplex there by El Grande Americano. Now taking Ethan Page up onto the shoulders. And took it down. Lovely. It's like a powerbomb into a DDT that. It's a very, very good maneuver. There's the pin. No, still not enough. Sheamus now taking up Joe Hendry the shoulders. Going to drop him with the white noise on the outside. El Grande Americano with a pin on Ethan Page on the inside. And El Grande only a 2 count. Oh, Sheamus with the bro kick. That's got to be Joe Hendry gone from this, surely. Joe has just taken a white noise on the outside, then bro kicked out of his boots. No, he survived again. Wow. El Grande now hooking the arm and then wrenching back at the leg, almost like a half Boston crab with the arm hooked as well. Very, very painful maneuver. Oh God, look at the blood in the Ethan Page. This is more bloody than the Hardcore Championship match was. Sheamus now with a pin on Joe Hendry. Here's the pin for the 1, for the 2, and for the 3. Joe Hendry is gone at the hands of Sheamus. Joe Hendry got an elimination, but then was eliminated, so he's going to stay on +3 overall. Sheamus with that elimination is going to move himself up to a +5. El Grande with that Poison Rana on Sheamus. And one of these 3 men are walking out of here as the YouTube champion, and it could be Sheamus. There's the a powerbomb onto the knee. A shoulder breaker on El Grande Americano. Sheamus now dives over the top rope looking for that shoulder block. We've seen him use that many times over the years. But El Grande saw it coming, was able just to sidestep it. And then I think Ethan Page was going for a low blow, but I don't think it really counted. Sheamus now dropped El Grande with a scoop slam onto the steel chair. Now the boots into the back of the leg by Sheamus, sending Ethan Page off the ropes. Ethan comes back, sending Sheamus off the ropes. High angle backdrop as El Grande re-enters the ring. There's the pin. And we're going to have a brand new champion here, people. Ethan Page eliminates Sheamus. Sheamus drops back down to a +4. And Ethan Page, with that elimination, gets himself up to a -1 after 7. El Grande Americano ducks underneath. Ethan Page over the top. One of these two are walking out with the YouTube Championship. Who's it going to be? Canada or El Grande Americano? One of the two. It is only a 2 count. Ethan Page now taking El Grande up on the shoulders, looking for the Ethan's edge. And he hits the Ethan edge, the border toss, sending El Grande Americano back over the border. And Ethan Page is not yet winning this match. Ethan Page is really struggling here. You can see he's lost a lot of crimson. You can see the pools of it on the mat. It's brutal. But this match continues on. Look at him just swinging the Janice right into the arm of El Grande Americano. Here is the pin for the 1, for the 2. And he's got it. Ethan Page, all ego, is your new SWE YouTube champion. And in the process moves from a -2 up to a +1 in the ranking system. And El Grande Americano did get an elimination, so he's going to come out of this match the same way he entered it. He's staying on -1 after 4 matches. Ethan Page then is your new SWE YouTube champion. His first ever championship he's going to hold in SWE. And Sheamus, he did defend it once. He defeated Eric Young at SummerSlam and then obviously defeated Jacob Fatu at Mayhem to successfully retain it. This would have been a very difficult defense to do. A 6-man elimination match is never, ever going to be easy. But yeah, Ethan Page is a big opportunity. He's a big name on the internet. Recently doing a lot of stuff as like a Team Canada-esque style NXT gimmick, isn't he? And I would be surprised if they're going to do this NXT TNA invasion angle. Since he's a heel, and Chelsea Green's working with him as well, I would not be surprised if Ethan Page and Chelsea Green align with the TNA names just to try and help TNA out, because their roster's not that strong compared. So it would make sense for some of the heel ex-TNA guys to align with TNA. There we go, El Grande. And who else was in this match? Trick Williams. Who else was here? Sheamus, El Grande, Trick Williams, AJ Francis, and Joe Hendry at When Worlds Collide. There we go. Right, 4 championship matches done, 2 new champions, 2 successfully retained with 2 left to come. Let's see how they get on. Here we go then, European Championship is on the line. We have got ourselves the British Bulldog. Is this his first title defense? I'm not sure, to be honest. He's in 239th position in the ranking system on +1. And he takes on Gunther, who had a fantastic match earlier on today to get here a fatal 4-way elimination match against Ilya Dragunov, Pete Dunne, and Rusev. Gunther's on +11 after 51 matches, so it's going to be difficult. So this is Bulldog's first ever championship defense. He won the belt away from Finn Balor back at our previous SummerSlam pay-per-view. And now, British Bulldog. This is a big task for him. I say he defeated Finn Balor. I think he may have been the underdog for that one, to be honest with you. But Gunther as well. Gunther is a fantastic talent. Personally, I mean, I've said this already earlier on. I would like to see the British Bulldog successfully retain this championship, only because it makes things easier for me moving forward. We are going to move into when Worlds Collide. We're going to move into an invasion pay-per-view coming up next with WWF versus WCW versus ECW, and if British Bulldog does retain, it makes it easier for us to do a sort of a European Championship match. I mean, I already have one lined up with the British Bulldog. He will be facing off against Steven Regal, or William Regal if you will, and Storm Norman Smiley. If Bulldog retains the championship here, that match will be for the European Championship. If not, then it might be for the number 1 contendership. I'm not sure yet. I think it probably will be, because I don't think there's many other European matches we've got planned in, so I mean, still opportunities. There's Bulldog now around the back of Gunther. And Bulldog really having control of Gunther here. Gunther now has a hold of Bulldog. I mean, there's not much going this one yet. They're really sort of testing each other out, feeling each other out, aren't they, really? And Bulldog taking Gunther down to the ground, keeping control of him. Gunther now with a headlock on the champion. It's been a very slow going match. I mean, this is what I would expect from these guys, to be honest with you. Bulldog now sending Gunther off the ropes. Oh, kicked away at the shins, trying to take him down, but Gunther completely no-sells it, turn around and clotheslines Bulldog out of his boots. Gunther now in control of Bulldog once again, now collar and elbow tie-up. And lovely slam there by Bulldog, taking Gunther down. And you've got to really be careful with Gunther, haven't you, really? He is an absolute beast when it comes to strikes. Just out of nowhere, he can hit you with some real big strikes. Again, these kicks in the side of the head by Gunther. He's a real, he likes to take the piss a bit. He's an arrogant git, any old Gunther. But, I mean, you can be arrogant when you are that good. And I say, he will slap the shit out of anybody. He really will. Gunther now dropping Bulldog with the powerbomb. And Gunther now locking in with the sleeper hold submission. Bulldog fighting back with the elbows. Both guys back up to their feet, and Bulldog sending Gunther off the ropes. Ducks, pops him up and drops Gunther face first. He come crashing down. And Bulldog now taking Gunther up into the pile driver. And there is the pin for the 1, the 2. Ooh, only a 2 count. I'm just looking at my videos, you know. One of the most successful videos for intros is El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. And a lot of Hulk Hogan matches as well, done pretty well. As you do. 27% of people come to my videos externally, which is interesting. So, obviously people are embedding my videos somewhere else, but that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. From Google searches, okay. 0.4% of my videos have come from people using ChatGPT. That's pretty cool. Are people asking ChatGPT to find stuff and they're finding it and suggesting my videos? Wow, okay. It also tells me what people are searching for to find my videos. The #1 search for my videos being found is Roxanne Perez. Number 2 is women's wrestling. Number 3 is Antonio Inoki. Number 4, Stephanie Vacour. Number 5, Mystico. Number 6, Megan Bain. Number 7, Mr. Iguana. Number 8, AJ Lee. Number 9, women's wrestling. And number 10, WWE wrestling. So lots of female stuff, and lots of a few different Megan Bains as well. That's interesting. And Roxanne Perez, of course, being number 1. Interesting to know these sort of things, aren't they, really? Well, it looks like we need to book Roxanne Perez, boy. Roxanne Perez versus Antonio Inoki coming soon. We've got to do it. That's the only way we can survive. Roxanne Perez versus Antonio Inoki with Hulk Hogan as the special guest referee. Gunther now with a strike in the face of Bulldog, who gets around the back, taking him up and drops him right on the old tailbone. Again, a very painful maneuver. Now Bulldog in with a belly-to-belly slam. There's the pin. Only a 1 count. So as I said, we've had 4 championship matches so far tonight. We've had 4 new champions. 4 championship matches tonight. We've had 2 brand new champions, 2 successful retains, and we've got 2 belts left to go. And this could be a successful retention here as well, with the running power slam, one of the finishing maneuvers of Bulldog. It's only a 2. Gunther does survive. Bulldog now boot right into the side of the leg of Gunther. There's the boot in the gut, and now, well, Gunther taking Bulldog down. Gunther now with the strikes. Or Bulldog with a boot right into the gut. Now going to gut wrench him up and takes him down. Good maneuver. There's the pin then for the 1, 2. Ooh, only a 2 count. Bulldog now has a hold of Gunther, going to drag him across. Up against the ropes. Wrench him back at the arm. And now Bulldog going to take Gunther. Bulldog is definitely doing well here. I expected Gunther to be a bit more dominant. More dominant now, isn't he? But there you go. Gunther rolling over Bulldog into the Boston Crab. Or the Austrian Crab, if you will, I suppose. Bulldog now dropping into the pin. There's the 1, the 2. Ooh, only a 2 count. Bulldog now willing Gunther back up to his feet. I thought this was going to be really difficult for Bulldog, but he's dominating the majority of the match at the moment. But Gunther now is up. He is stalking. Maybe I spoke too soon. He takes up Bulldog in with a jackknife powerbomb. There's the 1, the 2. Oh my god, it's only a 2. It was close though. It felt very, very close. And Gunther stalking once again. Bulldog's there with a jawbreaker. And taking him up on the shoulder once again. Is he going to go power slam again? He is indeed running power slam by British Bulldog on Gunther. There's the pin for the 1, the 2, and a 3. And the British Bulldog successfully retains the SWE European Championship. I was not expecting that, you know. I had a real feeling that Gunther was going to win that one. Gunther moves back down to a +10 overall, -1 for the year. But the British Bulldog continues his good vein of form this year. That's only his 2nd singles win of the year. Of course, his first was winning the championship. His 2nd is defending it successfully against Gunther. Wow. Well, it's going really well for me at the moment, isn't it? 3 of the championship matches tonight that involve people that are going to be involved in the next 2 weeks have gone the way that I want him to go. So I'm very happy, to be honest. Again, if Gunther had won, it would not have been a problem. We could have worked something out. But for Bulldog to win means that match between him, Norman Smiley, and William Regal at Invasion of the next couple of weeks will be for the European Championship. Defended versus Gunther at when Worlds Collide 25. There we go. Right then, big win for the British Bulldog here against Gunther. Like I said, it was really a surprise for me. I really thought that the Bulldog might have this one, but it is what it is. This was the big powerbomb. I thought this was going to be it, to be honest. But it wasn't. It was only enough for the 2 count. Then, after all that damage, for Bulldog just to get back up and to hit him with a 2nd running power slam of the match is insane. There it is, the running power slam by Bulldog. And there is the 3 count to retain the championship. So Gunther did do really well to win that Fatal 4-Way elimination, but he could not just go that 1 step further and defeat the British Bulldog. But, like I said, it works out perfectly well for me because now British Bulldog will be defending that belt next week or the week after. Not quite sure what pay-per-view it's going to end up on, to be honest. But he'll be defending it over the next couple of weeks against William Regal and Stormer Norman Smiley. Here we go then, SWE Intercontinental Championship is on the line here, and our main event, Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb. So Jeff Cobb got here by winning himself a triple threat match back on Monday. Feels like an age ago now, doesn't it? He defeated both Samoa Joe and Braun Breaker in that triple threat. No idea why he decided to come down to the ring in a tracksuit every time. I've got no idea, to be honest with you, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Jeff Cobb, of course, one of the top in our ranking system for a very long time. He's had a rough couple of years, but he started off so strong. He is now back up into the top 10 with some big appearances so far this year. He's +5 for the year. So, going through the history, back in 2021 when we first began, Jeff Cobb got +23 from 24 matches. He was absolutely unbeatable that first year, but then all of a sudden he just went on to freefall. In 2022, he had 5 matches, lost them all. In 2023, he had 3 matches and lost them all. In 2024, he had 2 matches and lost 1. And then in 2025, he's now turned it around, +5 from 3 matches. He's back up to +19, which is in the top 10. It's actually joint 7th alongside Batista and The Big Show. But he's got a big opportunity here to take that 1 step further and walk away with the SWE Intercontinental Championship. It's been held by Ospreay for quite some time. Ospreay himself then in 3rd position in the rankings, is actually joint 2nd alongside Okada, both on +26. And Ospreay, of course, won this championship when he defeated Cody Rhodes back at, I don't know when he won it actually, but he won it a while ago. We know that he's defended it against Owen Hart at Mayhem, and he also defended it in a triple threat match only last week, or week before, against both Swerve and Bandido. Jeff Cobb also, by the way, is a 2-time SWE World Heavyweight Champion. So he's looking for the chance to get gold around his waist once again here. You see Will Ospreay trying to keep Cobb grounded. I mean, that's more of a... makes more sense, I suppose, for Jeff Cobb to do. Try and keep Will Ospreay grounded, because Will Ospreay's high-flying offense is what's going to give him the advantage in this match, I would imagine. Jeff Cobb trying to break free from the grips of Will Ospreay. Ospreay rolling Cobb through. And Cobb is able to pop free before the referee gets a chance to count. Not that I think it really would have done much there, to be honest. Jeff Cobb now putting the arm of Ospreay down, stamping on it. I think Jeff Cobb it's going to be very much a match of powerhouse versus high flyer, isn't it, really? Jeff Cobb is an absolute beast powerhouse. There's not many that I've ever seen stronger than him. I think him and Brian Cage might be the ones. Referee just slapping Ospreay across the face, waking him up there. Got the elbow in the gut there by Ospreay, now sending Jeff Cobb into the ropes, and then lovely standing. It was like a Spanish fly. Ospreay now pops up to the top rope here with a moonsault to his standing opponent, takes him down. Nice boot right in the face there by Jeff Cobb. Runs in, look at that big uppercut flattening Will Ospreay. And Will Ospreay, yeah, I mean, Will Ospreay's been absolutely fantastic in our ranking system, as I've said. He is joint second in the rankings now alongside Okada. Only 4 points away from the top. If Ospreay was to win this, he'd be 3 points behind Bret Hart. But he would have also wrestled 14 matches less. I've said this a lot about Bret Hart. He's up there. He's right at the top, but he's had 59 matches so far. And if you look at the people that are closest to him, none of them have had anywhere near that amount of matches. I mean, you have to get down to sort of 11th and 10th and 11th in the ranking system to get to Malachi Black, who's had 66 matches, and Bryan Danielson's had 54th. And then you've got Kenny Omega on 63. But, I mean, all the people directly behind Bret, you've got Okada, Ospreay, Reigns, Rollins, Lesnar, Batista, even the Big Show's up there as well. They're people that have not had anywhere near as many matches. So you think that if they do catch up on the matches, will Okada be up there as well? Ospreay setting Cobb off the ropes. Cobb springs back. Ospreay caught him in a powerbomb position, but unable to keep him down. And look at Cobb now. Going to look for that F10. Yep, launches him up into the air, crashing down hard. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. Only a 2 count. Cobb now with a boot in the back of the leg. Fighting Ospreay back. Ospreay managed to roll out the way, then pops up. Oh, very smart. Up into the powerbomb. Oh, lovely. Real high pace there as well. Ospreay now heading up to the top. And dives in with a Hurricanrana from the top rope. Beautiful maneuver once again by Ospreay. Drops into the pin. I don't think it's going to be enough, but you do start to cause your enemy to have to kick out of stuff like that. It weakens them. It tires them. Ospreay now gets a boot right in the face. Avoiding the clothesline from Jeff Cobb. Ospreay drags him across the ring. Cobb fighting back with the elbows. Jeff Cobb now. Oh my God, just belly to bellies. Ospreay to the outside. He crashes. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Ospreay able to get back into the ring, and his pace allows him to catch Jeff Cobb unawares in with that tornado DDT. Ospreay now has the legs of Jeff Cobb, and Ospreay showing his strength now, popping Cobb up into the Styles Clash. We've seen him win matches with that in the past. Doesn't go for the pin though. He looks like he's going to back away into the corner. Is he thinking potentially going for a hidden blade? Boom, the hidden blade right to the back of the head of Jeff Cobb. That could be enough to retain the SWE Intercontinental Championship. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Jeff Cobb now with a boot right in to the grounded Ospreay. He's got to get him back in the ring here, because you've got to remember that if this goes to a count out or a double count out, then Ospreay walks away as the champion. Referee's been very good though with the counts. Very, very slow with the counts. But Jeff Cobb's got to be very, very careful here. He needs to get Ospreay back in the ring, because if he wants to get the victory, he needs to make sure Ospreay's pinned in the ring. But it's not going to happen if you keep doing stuff like this, is it, Cobb? Cobb power bombs Ospreay. Okay. Right, Cobb, be smart now. Grab him. Yes, very good. Very good, Jeff Cobb. Well done, lad, well done. I always worry the AI in this game, I really do, I must admit. And Jeff Cobb, now there's the boot right into the spine. Or JC Mateo, some of you might know him. If you don't know Jeff Cobb well, he's an absolute beast of a wrestler. I think he's very much underappreciated in WWE for how good he actually is. It's only a 1 count though. Jeff Cobb now bringing Ospreay up. Face down, bum up, in with the German suplex. And Jeff Cobb stalking. It's a tour of the islands for Will Ospreay. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. Oh my god, it's only a 2. Jeff Cobb now, though, is in control. Taking Ospreay once again. Dropping him this time neck first across that top rope. Cobb going pretty slow here, though. Slow and methodical is smart, but Jeff Cobb gets blocked by the referee as always. The referees are stupid in this one. Jeff Cobb now taking him up into the powerbomb position. Very smartly rotates to get him away from the ropes. And there's a boot right into the... it looked like he hit that to me, to be honest, but the way he acted felt like he didn't really get much of it. A lovely T-bone suplex there by Jeff Cobb. And I feel like we will get this championship defended over the next couple of weeks. Again, at the Invasion pay-per-view, it'll be next time round. Not quite sure. We'll find one of the triple threat matches that suits a number 1 contendership. I think would be the best way of doing it. I mean, there's some really good ones. I mean, you've got Shawn Michaels versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Eddie Guerrero. That one, for me, just sings of a potential Intercontinental Champion. Or you've got Owen Hart versus Dean Malenko versus Jerry Lynn. They're both fantastic matches. There is the standing Spanish fly from the top rope by Will Ospreay. Will now drop in a double foot stomp across the face of Jeff Cobb. Willing Cobb back up to a standing base. And Ospreay springs over the top with the forearm. Ospreay now trying to decide what to do with himself. And he's going to go once again for the Styles Clash. Hits it. Rolls him over. There's the pin for the 1. For the 2. And it's the 3. And Will Ospreay's done it. He successfully retained. His second of Styles Clashes in that match was enough to retain across Jeff Cobb. That's Cobb's first loss of the year. Drops him down to a +4 for the year, but still on a +18. And that now puts Will Ospreay up to 2nd in the ranking system. +27 after 45 matches. Only 3 points behind the man at the top, Bret the Hitman Hart, with +30 after 59. I'm tempted when we do the when we get towards the end of the year and we look to the Continental Classic, I'm tempted to just do the Continental Classic based on the people in the top 10 of the ranking system or the top 12, and that way we can sort of sort them out a little bit, because I mean they're all in a pretty good position, but I think some of them are probably stronger than others. And it gives the opportunity for it to see the best against the best, doesn't it, really? But there we go. Jeff Cobb did it very, very well, had some very high-impact maneuvers, but Will Ospreay is just something different this year, isn't he? He's absolutely outstanding. That is at least his third successful title defense of the Intercontinental belt. Defeated Jeff Cobb at when Worlds Collide. Boom. 2025. There we go. Ranking system is updated. So Jeff Cobb's still highly up there, and we are... you're going to laugh at me when I say this, but obviously we haven't brought in the Latin American Championship before. But the Oceanic Championship is a thing, and will happen at some point. Then again, no, because Jeff Cobb's Hawaiian, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, Jeff Cobb's Hawaiian. Okay. Ignore me. I'm sure Jeff Cobb's Hawaiian. Let me have a quick look, actually. Jeff Cobb. Boom. He was born in... Oh, he's actually born in Guatemala. Oh, no, he's born in Hawaii. Okay. His nationality is American Guatemalan. I was going to say the Oceanic Championship across all the guys from Samoa or that sort of area, but of course he doesn't really fall into that. But he does fall into the United States Championship, so maybe I think MZK Punk has been creating a potential United States Championship tournament. I would be surprised if, yeah, Jeff Cobb is there representing Hawaii. That's pretty cool. Right then, Will Ospreay successfully retains the SWE Intercontinental Championship in the main event of When Worlds Collide, and that is the end of When Worlds Collide for 2025. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like, subscribe, all the other good stuff, and I will see you again. Based on the public vote at this point, I shall cut the public vote off now, and we'll tell you what's going to happen. I mean, not that there's going to be much surprise, I've already spoken about it quite a bit. But yes, with 75% of the votes, WWE versus WCW versus ECW Invasion. 2 weeks worth of triple threat matches, one person from each company is what you'll be getting for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully you're ready for that. Hopefully it's going to be a bit of a smaller schedule because it's been far too much the last couple of weeks. I've almost knocked myself out doing these. But we're going to be getting down to sort of like 2 or 3 matches a day, which would be great. But that's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed. Okay, as I said, you can tell how tired I am. I've recorded so freaking much today. I did all the 5 matches before the pay-per-view and the pay-per-view all on the day that I had to edit them all and get them uploaded, do all the descriptions, everything. Oh, it's killed me, I tell you. I'm looking forward to a nice, easier schedule for a couple of weeks. No one to blame but myself, but you know what it is. Right, and we'll love you. Leave a good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Bye-bye.